You know, man, as don't tell me I go find work. They say by driving not go pay. I'm on a very long trip. All the way from Diamond Station, go to Edo. Down to
the traffic is long. From all the way from
wow, what a coincidence. You gotta be tough to shine as bright as a diamond from the rough. Stay true to you.
5 hours later.
Moet Chandon. CP Moet, man.
Till 4 to 6 days later.
Yo, what's up, YouTube? What's happening, all the wonderful drivers out there, the fantastic passengers? You are welcome to the channel, the Driverpreneur. Yes, today's video I want to be sharing, an experience regarding driving in Lagos. Experience when it comes to driving at night in Lagos, because whether you like it or not, sometimes if you're a driver out there, sometimes some days you may just have to drive into the night. Maybe you have a financial deadline to meet, maybe there's money you need to raise for the next day, and now driving as a driver is like one of your most easiest go-to way that the easiest way you can just quickly mop up some little cash from the road. So sometimes you may find yourself having the necessity to drive in the night. So in today's video, I want to share some things you should know before you drive at night. I'll be sharing some of the things you should know about driving at night in Lagos, because before now I've always been a fan of driving at night. Just before the curfew was imposed on Lagos State, I prefer to drive into the night and rest in the hot time of the day. Like right now it's so hot in Lagos, so I just prefer to be in the house, relax, and then step out from that kind 4 or 5 when the sun is almost going down, and then drive into the night. That is mostly on weekends, but weekdays I prefer to just go out early morning, do the knockabout, and then before evening time I'm home. Probably before 4 I'm home, because the evening traffic is usually way hectic than the morning traffic in Lagos. That's something I cannot explain. Yes, so let's head into today's video straight up. What you need to know about night driving, some of the pros, some of the cons, some security measures that you should take as a driver if you find yourself driving at night. So without wasting time, let's go. Yeah, so guys, you guys are welcome, and I must say thank you all for being with me all this while, being on the channel. The channel is really growing, I must say, and lately I've been involved in some a lot of other things. Like I recently embarked on a very massive project. The changing of my car engine I consider as a very massive project. That project was a success, and the story, I'll leave the story. I upload the stories of that process in the other channel, which is where I dedicate to sharing car troubles and how I eventually overcome them. So that is CarpalavaFix. Go check that channel out for the story on how I changed my engine, how much the engine cost me, and all those kind of stuff. So go check it out. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed. That also supports to this channel if you subscribe to the other channel. And I hope you guys subscribe and enjoy the channel. Yeah, so driving at night in Lagos, it has its pros, it has its cons, just like every other thing in the world. So let me start by mentioning some of the pros of driving at night and what you should know. First of all, man, driving at night, it's for me it's cooler, because the sun is out, the weather is calm, your AC works more efficiently, like you feel it more. you know. Secondly, the craziness of Lagos is as it's, you know, downtime. You know, the last miles are out of the road, the task force are out of the road. You know, most of these agencies, VIU that is out there to just, you know, feast on drivers are out of the road. You know, another advantage of driving at night is your car engine even performs better at night. This is something I've come to witness and notice. Like the way my engine, you know, runs at night is, you know, the weather is cool now. You know, it runs very smoothly. Everything is working efficiently and all those kind of good stuff. Well, I think there are still other advantages, like you meeting very cool people. Like most of the time, you meet celebrities at night. I've met some celebrities at night, you know, driving at night. I don't know why they choose to work at night. Well, maybe because they go to the club, you know, go partying, and in daytime, probably just in the studio, cooking up some beat or something. But you meet very cool people at night. But regardless, you should also know that you meet not just the good people, you meet the bad and you also meet the ugly. I mean, people in the night, yeah, that is taking me to the cons of driving at night. At night is where you meet all sort of people. I'm talking of people that are ready to take advantage of drivers, you know, trying to like swindle drivers, run away their money, or people trying to steal drivers' car, you know, carjackers, thieves, prostitutes. Pardon, I use that word. But you know, you meet all kind of people at night. All kind of people. Like I said, you meet the good, the bad, the ugly, especially at night. You know, so driving at night, you have to be extra sensitive. You have to, you know, follow your intuition. You know, some of all the other cons of driving at night, the disadvantage of driving at night, that Nigeria, Lagos especially, the roads are not well lit. The roads are very dark, so you may have to, you know, add some additional lights into your car in order to assist you, you know, see better at night, because the roads are very dark. I can tell you for free, very dark. People run into covettes, you know, people run into parked vehicles, you know, and all those kind of hazard. But at the end of the video, I will tell you some things that you can do, you know, that will keep you from away from harm's way. You know, where you should find yourself in when you want to walk at night, and why you should be in that part of town, you know, especially when you're driving in Lagos. Yes, so some of the dangers, like I mentioned, you know, people trying to swindle you, the carjackers operate more at that time, the roads are not well lit up, you know. So what should you know at night when driving at night? At night, just try to focus on getting yourself to the island, Lagos Island. This is where the night ballers stay. This is where the big boys roll. I'm telling you for free. So if you find yourself on the mainland, it's not like people don't move around on the mainland. They do, but it's not. You won't feel that vibe. You won't feel that vibe that, man, okay, I am really enjoying the Lagos nightlife. It's when you're on the island you really enjoy that Lagos nightlife, especially weekend. And you know, times where people, you know, go to party and all. It's on the island, you really enjoy it. Like, I was gifted in Moet by one of my passengers at the close of work. I picked him up from W Bar. I took him to Sip Club, and when I wanted to drop him off at Sip Club, he said, you know what, keep this Moet. And then I was excited to the original Moet, not those type they sell in Akbongbo under bridge. Or I'm talking of original Moet. You know, so sometimes you meet people that are willing to tip you, you know, handsomely. Because some people won't understand that, you know, you haven't taken an extra risk to drive at night, you know, and then the roads are very free. You just move, you don't pick up, drop off very easily, you know. However, you need to be very, you know, conversant with your terrain for you to drive at night. Not every road you go to at night, not every street you go to at night. Even on the island where, you know, things are a bit, you know, more lively at night, still not everywhere you go to at night. You know, and also, like I was saying, like, follow your intuition. You know, when you speak to somebody over the phone, you know, somebody booked you as a rider over the phone, you know, talking to the person, just pay very key attention to their countenance, to how they behave, you know, to how they are to you, and you will know if that trip is worth going. Because it was at night I got assaulted as a driver, and I wish I knew better. I wouldn't have gone on that trip, because I saw the way they were even talking over the phone. I was already feeling that negative vibes, but all the same, I went on that trip neglecting my intuition, and I regretted it. You know, so you have to be very key to noticing how the customer behaves. I'm not saying bad things don't happen in the afternoon, but it is more at night, of course. It will happen more at night, you know. So if you find yourself driving at night, you have to be very sensitive to how your rider is acting towards you, and also be selective to where you go. Number one, do not go to places like Alakija, First Tag, Satellite Town at night. No, they have too many hoodlums over there, too many people that are, robbers trying to steal and all those kind of, vices. Do not go to places like inside Ikorodu, like in the inner part of Ikorodu. You may go there and end up meeting some fetish festivals going on, maybe like Oro or some other festival. So my own candid advice to you is that once you, for any reason, find yourself driving at night and you feel okay, maybe you just have that energy, you have that extra energy to like, okay, I want to even do a night, I want to drive night today, I'm feeling energetic tonight, I want to enjoy the nightlife in Lagos. Because yes, as a driver, after you drive some couple of trips, you can decide to just go to a club. If it's a good night for you, probably buy a drink or two, relax, chill, and enjoy the evening before you go home and rest. Yeah, so just try to be on the island, and this is where I recommend that drivers should have multiple apps on their phone. Like for me, I use InDriver, I use Bolt, although lately I've not been very frequent with Bolt for some particular reason, but InDriver does the job for me. InDriver gives me trips most of the time in the evening towards the island. What I do is when Uber is misbehaving, yes, Uber misbehaves a lot. You are trying to set destination, Uber is telling you that destination is not available, give you that their crap. I just turn on my InDriver, and some of the times I usually get trips straight to the island, but you have to be patient. Or even not directly to the island. I get trips that take me somewhere closer like Surulere, and I can easily just breeze into Marina or somewhere around Lagos Island. Then I start knocking around the Lagos Island, going to some good Tedo, going to some important places on Lagos Island. Other places you should avoid at night, even on that island, is places way deep inside. Places like you are going towards Ibejuleki, you are going way past after Sango Tedo. Like I said, not every trip you reject. Well, you have to be, you have to listen to body language. You have to watch the body language of your rider, listen to their voice. You would know, like you should have that sense to come. I'm not saying that you should drive every time at night, but there are sometimes, like I said, it will be necessary. So when you find yourself in that situation, just put all these things to play. Watch your body language. Like maybe you're carrying like three guys is also, three at the back, one at the last, four guys. I wouldn't advise you to take those kind of people on a trip. I wouldn't advise you to take like that number of guys on the trip. If it's possible, I've taken those kind of number of guys on the trip before, but like I said, watch their countenance, how they behave towards you. Are they friendly? Watch if the eyes are the soul to the eyes are the windows to the soul. Just look at them very well, and you will know the ones that are danger and the ones that are go ahead. And also avoid those places, like I said, like way deep into Awoyaya, down into off. Since we are going towards the Bejuleki, be careful. Some part of Atikan Beach, that road that goes to Atikan Beach, that's Ogombo Road, straight down all the way into the Ogombo. Some of those places, bad things happens there at night, And also, you should also put it in mind that your car should be in, good condition. You cannot afford to have a breakdown on some parts of Lagos at night. So always make sure your car is, at least in, roadworthy condition, so you don't experience a breakdown on the road, which can leave you, vulnerable to being attacked, to having your phone getting stolen and all those kind of, negative things. So, but just try to avoid some of these places I just mentioned, like Ikorodu, like some Satellite Town, Awoyaya, Ojo Barracks, where again? Some parts of Igondo, inside Igondo, and some just crazy neighborhoods. You should, depending on the city you drive, you should know some crazy neighborhood in your own city. I'm talking based on Lagos. So these are some of the things you should know about driving at night. And just try to avoid driving way into the deep night. Like me, sometimes it depends. I drive way into the night, like I'm talking 2 a.m., 1 a.m., almost 3 a.m. Especially in Lekki, you just get knockabout trips from especially those girls in Lekki. They love to move around. From Admiralty, they are going to VI. From VI, some are going to Ikoyi. From Ikoyi, back to VI. From VI to probably Lekki Phase 2. From Lekki Phase 2 to maybe Sango Tedo. from Sangotedo to like Abramadesoya, you know, just to just knock about. Before you know it, you've, you know, raised something reasonable, you know, without the hassle of the VIU, the road safety, and all those agencies out there just trying to look for you to just make the slightest of mistake, and then they will jump into your car and just, you know, ruin your entire day. So basically that is it for, you know, what to know if you find yourself driving at night in Lagos. And, you know, just try to be safe out there, you know, and also expand your source of income, you know, get multiple streams of income so you don't have to drive way into the night. You can afford the luxury of going home and sleeping regardless of your financial demands, you know. So that is it for today's video. Thank you guys for watching. Please remember to subscribe to the channel Driverpreneur. We are growing already. We're having our growth party very soon. Subscribe and turn on the notification icon so you get notified every time I post new video. So guys, until next time, peace and stay safe.